The anatomy of a cyberattack. In the shadows of the digital world, where ones and zeros dance through the veins of the internet, a quiet war is being waged. It's a battle not seen with the naked eye, but felt by systems, corporations, governments, and individuals. The hacker. A ghost in the machine. A figure whose motives are as varied as their methods, but whose ultimate goal remains the same: to infiltrate, to exploit, and to conquer. This is the anatomy of a cyberattack told from the hacker's perspective. It begins with curiosity. The hacker's mind is wired differently, always looking for weaknesses, always questioning how things work. The digital landscape is their playground, a sprawling city made up of interconnected networks, endless data streams, and vulnerable points. The hacker surveys the terrain, scanning for opportunities. The first step is reconnaissance, gathering information. This is the quietest phase, but it's the most crucial. It's all about finding the weak link in the system. The hacker doesn't just randomly pick a target. They know that every system has its flaws, every defense has its gaps. They start by quietly observing. Publicly available information is an open door. Social media profiles, job postings, corporate websites, even public records. All of this can be leveraged to understand the victim. What software they use, who works there, what security measures they have in place, and most importantly, where the vulnerabilities lie. The hacker is patient. Every piece of information is a step closer to their goal. Once the groundwork is laid, the hacker moves to the next stage, the intrusion. This is where they begin to actively breach the system. Armed with the knowledge gathered during reconnaissance, they exploit weaknesses, using a variety of tools and techniques. One of the most common methods is phishing. It's a simple yet highly effective tactic, crafting an email or message so convincing that the target is tricked into clicking on a malicious link or downloading a seemingly harmless attachment. The hacker's job is to mask their true intentions, to become invisible, blending in with the noise of everyday digital communication. If phishing fails, there are other methods. The hacker might deploy malware, programs designed to infiltrate, damage, or disrupt. A keylogger, for example, silently records every keystroke, capturing sensitive information such as passwords and personal data. Or a remote access Trojan, RAT, might be installed, granting the hacker control over the victim's system, turning the machine into a puppet, obeying every command from a distance. Once inside, the hacker moves quickly. They create a backdoor, a hidden path that allows them to return undetected. Sometimes, they plant a ransomware virus, demanding payment in exchange for the release of the victim's data, crippling businesses or individuals financially and emotionally. But not all hackers are motivated by profit. Some are driven by ideology, a desire to expose corruption, to fight for a cause they believe in. These are the hacktivists who may target governments, corporations, or institutions they see as unjust. For them, the act of hacking is a form of resistance, a way to bring attention to social, political, or environmental issues. Their attacks are not for personal gain, but for a larger message. They might deface websites, leak sensitive information, or disrupt operations to make their voices heard. Then there are the cybercriminals, who view hacking as a business. For them, cyberattacks are a way to make money. They may steal credit card information, hack into bank accounts, or sell stolen data on the dark web. Their methods are often highly sophisticated, using encrypted channels, anonymized networks like Tor, and employing various obfuscation techniques to hide their tracks. In their world, hacking is just another form of commerce, and their target is anything of value, be it data, money, or intellectual property. And there are those who hack for sport, for the thrill of the chase. These are the hackers who see security systems not as walls to keep them out, but as challenges to overcome. They hack into systems for no other reason than to prove they can. The motivation is purely ego-driven. Sometimes they do it for recognition, seeking the admiration of their peers in underground forums, or gaining notoriety for breaching seemingly impenetrable systems. To them, hacking is a game, and their skills are the prize. Once the hacker has gained access to their target, the next phase is exploitation. This is where the hacker can truly make their mark. The data that was once safely locked away is now vulnerable, ripe for the taking. Passwords, usernames, credit card numbers, and private conversations, everything is at risk. Sometimes the hacker will quietly siphon this data, storing it for future use, selling it, or using it to commit fraud.